We've got great guests for you today that are going to be talking about where you can go for those resources, and then it's going to be up to you to follow through. So we've had them on the show before, but Bob Demarco and Tresha Allen are here from Ability Life Solutions. They've got a big unveil today, and I can't wait to hear what it is. We've been seeing this wonderful commercial all over Facebook, featuring a wonderful, wonderful performer from the autism spectrum and some beautiful photography, but we didn't know what was happening. We just knew that it was coming on November 1st. So welcome back to the show, Bob and Tresha.
Hi.
Good morning.
Good
Morning.
morning. Oh, I see a beautiful green wall behind you.
This is our green room, our green
I
screen
love it.
room that we
I,
built,
I love it. It's absolutely beautiful. And you
modeled
guys,
after your old studio.
well, there you go. And you can see I am not in a studio at the moment, but hopefully
know.
soon. But I love this. I love the thing that you've got on your shirt, Bob. Can you tell us what it is?
That is a logo for our new website, Ability Life Solutions. We were on your show back in 2019, and when we first launched, and then COVID hit and everything kind of got wonky, and we kind of when we first started it, we kind of were looking at it as just, oh, here's a free resource and it'd be nice. It's something I would have liked to have had. I have a son on the spectrum. He's 16, and when when he was first diagnosed, I couldn't find anything. So it was driving me crazy, and I was frustrated and lost and all of it. So my dream was to eventually someday have this great resource. And so we launched it, and it kind of sat there, and then COVID hit, and then we realized, wow, we don't know a lot about running this kind of website. So we ended up finding some help and some supports in the business community, some mentors through this Pinnacle Global Network, and they were brilliant, heart-centered business people that were looking out for people like us, who were trying to do great things and just didn't have all the business savvy to do it. And it's changed everything. We started with them in February, and we decided to retool the website, start fresh, and do it better and bigger. And then they started getting us down this road of like, well, if you're dreaming this big, multiply it by 3. And then it was like, multiply that times 2. And next thing you knew, we had this whole vision of what we wanted to do that was just monumental. It was crazy. And then they just kept saying, no, you can do this. You can do this.
So I understand we have 2 videos to show. Is now a good time to show one of them? Okay.
Sure.
Did you care which one? Does it matter which one goes first?
No, just the best one is the one with Atticus Baldwin as our voiceover from Spectrum Laboratory, and that was the one, kind of our little Star Wars homage.
Right.
Okay, yeah. Traven, are you able to show that for us right now, and then we'll continue talking about what this big unveil is, because it's today. So Traven's going to show that video. Yes, that's the right one.
Inside of you is an ability, an unstoppable force. On November 1st, unleash your disability superhero.
Okay, well, I love that. It's totally wonderful. And so you mentioned that Atticus Baldwin did the voiceover, and we've had Atticus on the show before. Such a talented young man. He, of course, is part of the Baldwin legacy. Boy, you can see the genes in that young man. They are, royalty in the entertainment community. And so amazing voiceover, which he got paid for. Amen.
Yes, absolutely.
really wonderful. And then, and was the music also Spec Labs?
That was not. That was just something that I put together because I have a music background, so I wanted to
Of
play with all
course.
my gear.
I
So,
love that.
but Ben Avchen from Spec Labs did all the video editing, and he was
Wonderful.
brilliant.
It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful, but it's a pretty big promise. This
It is.
unleash your disability hero, and it all changes on November 1st. So today is November 1st. What changed today?
Well, today was the day we were launching the new website,
Wonderful.
which is full of resources. There's
All video based.
It's mostly video based, so it makes it easy and quick, and it's separated into different categories for ease. There's lots of your videos in there. We just kind of like found videos that we felt were really amazing and helpful, and curated those and linked out to those. So that was the beginning of what we started in 2019. And now we've added an international resource list that has over 2,000 links to over 200 countries.
Wow.
So we want to build this in a very international way.
So how do we get there? What's the website?
It is abilitylifesolutions.com.
Abilitylifesolutions.com. It's there on the screen for those of you who are watching, but I know a lot of people watch us in podcasts, so I wanted to make sure that I put it in. So we've got a very international audience today. We've got people watching from Greece and Dubai and Rome. So international resources that they can find on abilitylifesolutions.com.
Right. Now,
Always updating.
Yeah, always updating. And you know this technical world. We just found out this morning from our web builders that it won't be going live until the end of the week because of technical things. So by Friday, it should be up and live.
Well, and you know what? I always say that in this community, we make a plan and then we have to be willing to go with the flow with what is reality. So that's okay. That's totally okay. We'll be excited to see it on Friday. So, and then you can also search by state, apparently.
Yes, and by country. By state, we have all 50 states, and then we have another over 200 countries, including the United Arab Emirates for our friends in Dubai.
Amazing. There we go. So we've got a second video. Shall we throw to that right now, and then we'll come back and talk some more?
Sure.
Okay, so Traven, go ahead.
Hi, I'm Bob Demarco.
And I'm Tresha Allen. Welcome to Ability Life Solutions.
We understand the confusion, frustration, and overwhelm in trying to find resources and support for the daily challenges of living with autism. That's why we created Ability Life Solutions, your ultimate video-based website for autism education, resources, and support.
As well as a place to connect with a like-minded, caring, and supportive community.
Back in 2006, my son Dominic was diagnosed with autism. After the fear and panic of getting the diagnosis, I felt overwhelmed. I needed to learn as much as possible about autism and fast, but I couldn't find practical, well-organized information on the internet. I felt confused, frustrated, and lost.
I've worked in the nonprofit field for 35 years, spending more than half those years working with people on the autism spectrum and other disabilities, being of service and helping their families and the care providers find the critical support and resources that they desperately needed.
We couldn't find one site that had comprehensive, unbiased autism information, resources, and supports. So that's why we created it.
Look, we all live busy lives, so we made Ability Life Solutions video-based.
It's quick and easy to find and learn exactly what you need.
Check back often. We'll be adding additional videos every week.
In addition to the free video library, check out our detailed international resource list with over 2,000 links to available programs, organizations, and groups offering support and services in more than 200 countries around the world.
Then there's our Ability Marketplace, filled with everything from fidget spinners and weighted blankets to books, music, self-care products, and healthy snacks.
We're committed to creating the ultimate online destination for autism education, resources, and support.
Remember, we're all in this together.
And the best part is, you're not alone.
We're here to help. Thanks.
I love it, you guys. I'm so proud of you guys that you've taken this on, because this is something. I mean, even somebody had said to me recently, they were like, I was telling them that you guys were going to be on the show, and they were like, "Aren't you guys competing?" And I was like, "What? No, not even a little." Because I've always said we're here to tell the stories that we're here to tell. I can't possibly tell all of them. And some people can't stand my strident voice, and I don't blame them. Sometimes you need to go to many different teachers before you find the one that's what the thing that you got going on. And many places, including us, I told you this a couple of months ago. There was a certain point when we tried to have a bunch of different shows. It was too much. It was too much. Now we're doing an extra podcast, getting ready to do an extra podcast, but we're not having 35 podcasts and not having 35 people in doing their own shows. So I love that we get to do our thing, and that we're just one of the things on your site that people can find, so that they can find, they can watch me, but they can watch a video that's done by somebody else, and find different resources in their state or in
Right.
their country. I mean, and I love, you guys have always been super about this. There are people in this community who live by what you said, which is we're all in this together.
Absolutely.
Yeah, embrace it.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm always of that opinion too. It's like this community and the needs in this community is big enough for everybody to find their space. But I love to collaborate and work with other people, because Bob, you're going to get to people that never would find us otherwise. So I'm thrilled that Live is a part of your channel, but it's a part of, and that you have so many other resources available for other people. And I love for people to go and check out and learn from other things, because that's what it all has to be about. So I'm so super proud of you guys, because I know you've been working on this for a long time. Does it feel like is there any relief that you're almost there and almost at launch?
Big weight off the shoulders. Yeah. Yeah. It's been a work in progress. And like I said, with COVID, it kind of gave us that time to reconstruct and relook at it and revisit it. And of course, we always want to try to be the best and include everybody. We have no competition. We just want everybody to be on our site. We're excited to have everybody on our site, and whoever it helps,
Yeah.
it's at the end of the day, whoever it helps. And we have everything for the parents and the people on the spectrum, and just we're looking forward to just adding a lot of content to it.
Right. It's just the beginning. And again, we're just in a constant state of growing and learning. That's why we love your show so much, because it's just
always
never
learning.
never ending learning, never ending.
Well, that's what we're supposed to be doing every day,
Right.
right? Is learning and growing,
And
all of
helping.
us.
And helping.
Yeah, and helping, absolutely. So
Yeah.
I absolutely love it. Now, to be clear, this is a free resource for people, right? Are they
Yes.
paying anything to come and look at the videos?
Nope. Everything is free.
Isn't that
Yeah.
amazing? But you do have a marketplace where you can also purchase things, which I think is super duper smart.
Yeah, we're doing that.
Well, so because I know people just want for things to be easier. Where's my one stop? Where can I go to find out everything?
Right. And that was our goal. That's our
yeah.
goal.
Well, I'm excited for you guys, and I'm excited for what this has the ability to do for the community. I'm also excited about the fact that you guys walk your talk. When you had the opportunity and like, let's be honest, either one of you could have done the voiceover that was done, and it would have been okay. Both of you are talented enough to do that. But you said, we have an opportunity here. We'd like to hire someone to do this. And you went directly to the autism community to do it.
Well, yeah,
It's all about them, for them. And of course, my passion's always been supported employment, any kind of employment, you know. And if we can make it, hire them to do the work and do the voiceovers and do whatever it is that needs to be done, even behind the scenes, we're looking at getting the help and getting them employed. So
yeah,
it's a big deal for us.
it's important.
It's absolutely important. But then you guys are also going to make some content on your own, correct? Because you're very
Mm.
talented in that way.
We'll be doing that. That's hence the green screen room. So we have it all set up so we can do that. Yeah.
Wonderful. And you're great collaborators. I can't tell you how much I appreciate that because as I said, I would think that everybody in the autism community would be that way. And unfortunately, we found that some people just aren't. That's a big bummer, but
It is a bummer. It's a bummer because, there really, we don't want competition. We want to create strategic partnerships so we can all do more. So we can help other companies that are working with autism and they can help us. And if we nurture each other, we reach more people and get everybody the services and supports and resources they need.
yeah. Amen to that. And we want to be an ally here to what you guys are doing. And yeah, we keep saying that we were going to connect and talk, and instead I'm doing it here on the show.
That's okay. We're
So,
going to get together and compare notes because we want to
Yes.
hear all about the things that you're
Great
planning
things.
and we want to share ours.
well, the biggest thing that I'm excited to share with you guys is that we are going to start a new podcast. We're in the process of revving up to it. We hope by January 1, called Stories from the Spectrum, that will be entirely hosted and created and curated by individuals on the spectrum themselves.
Awesome.
So we're really excited about that and them having ownership of that. So we're getting ready to launch into all of that stuff. And we are also trying to walk our talk with you guys. And whenever we have work, we're trying to find people on the spectrum to do the work so that we can give them that gainful employment. Because if we don't, then how can I be yelling at other companies who aren't doing that, right?
Absolutely.
So I got to be in a place where I can say to other companies, we're plus which I want the benefit of it that artists on the spectrum,
Genius.
right?
Yep.
Yeah. Our new opener was done entirely by folks who are on the autism spectrum from Spec Labs, and they're going to be joining us next Monday, you guys, on the show to talk about the process, how we collaborated with them, and that they did this amazing open for us. But you were just saying that your video shot and edited by folks from Spec Labs as well.
Yep.
Don't we love
Absolutely.
working with them, Spec Labs? They're just the best.
They are. Garth and
Uh,
Jason are amazing. I've been on the board at Spec Labs since the beginning, and they're the real deal. They are the real deal.
But I gotta
So much
say,
fun.
you guys have been a running thread that you just continue to be. I've seen you be nothing but supportive of other organizations, and I for one want to support you in this endeavor, and I hope that other people are doing that as well.
Thank you so
Thank
much. I
you.
mean,
Yeah.
you're our
Means a
idol.
lot.
You're what this community
Stop.
needs and should have more of, and we're trying to be a lot like you.
Right.
That's funny because I'm trying to be like you, so there we go.
See,
Uh,
Yeah. Fun.
but you haven't done away with your travel club that was originally part of the Ability Life Solutions,
It's
right?
still
Is that
there. Yep.
okay?
Actually, we're
Talk for a
going to the
minute about
Mexican
that.
Riviera next weekend. We'll be in November 4th. November 6th, we cruise out to the Mexican Riviera with about,
Wow,
I think there's 12 of us, I think, going.
yeah,
that's
it's all
We're
amazing.
starting slow. It's starting back up because we got postponed so many times with COVID of cruising on the ships. So I think about 7 cruises have gone out on Carnival so far. So we're good to go.
one of the things that we're hoping to do next year is to put packages where families can come and we can set them up on a cruise so that the parents can have some respite and have care for their kids. Their kids can have fun, the parents can have a little bit of time together, and it's just all autism friendly.
Well, and I'm sure this has occurred to you, but I have to say it, like somebody wants to film that. And I don't know whether that's a show or a documentary or whatever, but that would be so much fun to watch.
We are
Wouldn't it?
starting to film on this cruise
Good.
because our guys are just the best. We love them. crazy and wacky, and they just love life, and they're fascinating. And you know, it's going to be some amazing footage.
Yeah, we
I
can't wait
love
to
it.
share that.
Well, part of my new mission in life is to focus up on telling the stories.
Yep.
And because the stories are the things that, we can work on acceptance and we can work on, excuse me, we can work on all of those things, but in order for people to really get it, we got to be good storytellers. And
Right.
I would sit and watch you guys. I don't know that I'm up for going to the Mexican Riviera. Like, I'm just not that adventuresome. It's especially right now. I've been in my house way too long. You'd need a can opener to get me out. But I would sit and watch 8 hours of you guys on the Mexican Riviera with a bunch of folks on the spectrum. That would be deeply pleasurable to me.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing, and we're going to have a lot of fun with it. And the whole thing was, to just demystify what this is all about. Like, Trisha brought me on to chaperone on these cruises, and I was terrified because I had experience with my son on the spectrum and some kids at Spec Lab, and I had limited experience. And then, meeting these adults with various disabilities, IDD, intellectual developmental disabilities, I was terrified. I really didn't know what to expect. I was afraid I was not going to be able to, I was going to insult them or be I just worried. And then after the first cruise, by the end, I was like, I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm going every time. I'm in. These guys are amazing.
And of course, they loved him, so it was great. We had a blast with them.
Yeah.
So.
Of course. Bob's
So
a fun guy.
To demystify all of this is really important to us, so that people aren't uncomfortable, dealing with, neurodiversity.
Thank you. Amen to that. Well, you guys are absolutely amazing. I love and adore you. Thank you for coming on today. I know we were so excited about the unveiling, and thank you for being willing to come on, even though your unveiling is on Friday.
Right.
We will make sure that we mention again on Friday's show,
Thank
but
you so
everybody
much.
needs to get ready because Ability Life Solutions, your new stop to go to be able to find all kinds of things, including Autism-live. So you guys are remarkable, and just love you, and love the mission that you're on. Love the enthusiasm, and loving seeing your big picture and having it come to fruition. I just want to say, for everybody who was watching at the beginning, we talked about executive functions. Stop and think about how many executive functions Bob and Tresha must have used to be able to get to the point where the website is launching on Friday.
And how many we're growing because we need to keep moving forward.
Yes. Well, and I thought, what a great, because you were talking about, you're so creative and you guys see this need for the community, but you needed some business help to be able to do it.
Totally.
Because those people have a different set of executive functions. And sometimes it's about building the skill in yourself, but sometimes it's about partnerships to get things supercharged to whatever.
And
teamwork.
Support. Yep. Lots of support.
There's nothing wrong with having supports. You need them. We all need them.
We all need
for
them.
all of us.
Yes.
All of us. Absolutely wonderful. Well, you guys are amazing, and we love you. AbilityLifeSolutions.com. We can't wait for Friday to see, and we just are thrilled and grateful to be in the same community with you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We
Oh
love you so much.
All right. Thank you. Thanks for watching Autism Live. If you found anything helpful in this video, please give us a like. In fact, make sure that you smash that subscribe button on YouTube and give us a like on Facebook. You can also follow us on Twitter and Instagram for important updates. And please download our free podcast wherever you get your podcasts. See you next time. Until then, give your kiddos a hug from me and one for you too. Bye-bye for now.
To subscribe, click here. And if you'd like to check out some more of our videos, click here.